Tell me something, y'all. Are you gonna let me, Ma, and Paw come stay with you when they kick them out their apartment?
What?
Are you gonna do it?
I say just about anything.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by today. Thank you so much. Thank you. How many of you have grandparents? How many of you are old, sitting up here watching me? How many of y'all? How many of you have a plan for your life when you retire? Because you know Social Security is not going to be enough. And you know because our government is so low down. Oh yeah, they low down the seniors, y'all. They are low down and dirty. Even the states that you live in can be low down and dirty. Even though the government won't help the elderly, at least the states should help the government. Don't you think so? Don't you? Like, for instance, maybe no property taxes for the elderly. No school taxes for the elderly because they don't have children in school. Why we gotta pay school taxes? Yes, elderly people should get a pass when it comes to some taxes. That's my belief. Y'all put it on down in the comment section. Let me know. Well, we gotta pay road taxes. Hell, some of us ain't even driving. We ain't even got a car like me. But that's all right, y'all. That's all right. Because all of these people that we put in the office that's doing this to the elderly and not trying to help the elderly, their day is coming. Even though they have elderly parents too, elderly grandparents, elderly aunts, elderly sisters and relatives, they still don't give a damn about you. Because maybe they got money, they can help their elderly. Okay, but all of them don't help them, y'all. They don't. Today I'm going to show you a couple of videos that makes a whole lot of sense. I want y'all elderly people, please pay close attention to what these people are saying. Because some of y'all really don't have a solution to your problem with the Social Security money that you're making because it's not enough. I understand your frustration. That's why I keep trying to do all these little side hustles. Okay? It helps out. But when you ain't got nothing else and you just sitting up on Social Security because you don't have a regular retirement check from a job, you're going to suffer. You're going to have to move. There's no way you can afford. There's no way you can afford to stay in your home, your apartment. And the reason why I say home too, because they keep going up on the property taxes, y'all. No, they're not going up on your mortgage, but when they go up on the property taxes, your mortgage goes up too, especially if it's combined. That's horrible for an elderly person, y'all. It's bad. Listen to this first guy. How we treat our older people here in America. Listen to what he has to say, this young man.
I don't know what pisses me off the most about capitalism in our society, but one of the things for sure is how we treat old people. Or rather, the way that we don't take care of our elderly. I've had this experience so many times where somebody gets too old and they can't live by themselves anymore, but they can't afford a nursing home or a caretaker, so they continue to live in an incredibly dangerous situation. I know multiple old people who have fallen and have been trapped for 3 to 12 hours because there's nobody there to help them. And they should go to a nursing home or get a caretaker after that, but they don't because they can't afford it. And they can't sell their labor to anyone because they're too old. And the system just says get bit, other than like Social Security, which workers had to fight and scratch and claw for. But even that's constantly being depleted, and it's not even close to enough money to pay for something like memory care for a patient with dementia. A society that doesn't take care of its elderly is a sick society. We need a revolution for our grandparents.
I agree with that young man right there. We need a revelation, not a revolution. He said revolution. But nobody fights for the elderly. They don't. Even though they know they're going to get old themselves. And then you got some people out there saying, well, it's their fault, the reason why they don't have no money, and they just depending on Social Security. They didn't try to do better in their life. That's true. That is true now. That is true. But you know what, though? Some people just don't have the means. Some people just don't have the willpower. And some people just don't know. Especially, when they're growing up, coming up, especially back in those days, they were not taught what they should do. Invest in something. Start a business. Go to school. Get a degree or something like that. Have a side hustle. A lot of people, they weren't taught how to do that, right? Some people just don't use their mind like you use your mind. So now they're suffering. They're suffering, and now what are we as a society supposed to do about it? Are we just supposed to let them sit back and suffer? Is that what we're supposed to do just because they didn't do right in their past to make sure that this doesn't happen to them? Get put into a nursing home? He says some nursing homes won't take them. Well, if they do, it most likely it's the bad nursing homes. They can't get into the good ones. They probably can get into the government-run nursing home, which is horrible, y'all. Have you ever been inside of one? Have you? I have. It stinks. It's a government facility, and it stinks. And then you got horrible workers, caregivers working in there who don't give a damn about the elderly. They just there for a paycheck. Then some kids have to go home. Some parents, elderly parents, have to go live with their kids who are still working and raising their children. And they don't have much time for them. And they're being neglected too also. And abused, some of them. That's horrible, y'all. We got it bad, but my kids would never do me like that. And then some of us elderly people, we get old, we want to retire, but we can't. We have to go back to work. You have to work. You got to stand on your feet 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours working. Driving our cars can damn near can't see trying to get to work. Listen to what this young man says right here about the elderly having to work.
Bro, I work at a restaurant and the amount of elderly DoorDashers terrifies me. Yeah, I think it's going to get a lot worse, man. In the UK, they're thinking about stopping payments to disabled people. In Canada, they're thinking about cutting public services. And in America, they're thinking about drastically scaling back Social Security. And all in the name of funding their dumb fucking wars. By the way, it's not just about money. Like, these guys are going to be asking me and you to pay in blood too. Like something fucking freedom. Meanwhile, they all live in mansions on Long Island and all their kids go to private school.
And their grandmas and parents, elderly parents, are taken good care of. They don't care about you, though. All they care about is sending money to wars, to Ukraine. Billions and billions of dollars. Do you know how much that would have helped the elderly here in the United States? But they say we don't have enough money in Social Security, but you can send billions and billions of dollars to a country for us, the United States, to be in a proxy war. That's what that really is, y'all. Y'all know what a proxy war is? You're really in war with Russia. You really are, but you're not sending your troops there. You got somebody else fighting the war for you. That is a proxy war. We're sending our troops. We're sending our money over there. We're sending our machines and equipment over there. Bombs, nuclear weapons. We're sending all that stuff over there. But we can't take care of seniors and elderly people. We let them suffer. It's a purge, y'all, of the elderly. That's what that really is. They want y'all to die. We don't have good health care. We should not be paying for health care at all, to me, when you get a certain age, especially when you go to the doctor. The copay should be really cheap, maybe $5, $10. And why would you even want that as a doctor? $5, $10. Why? Whew. Man, the government should be paying for every elderly person. No premiums, no nothing. That's the way I feel. All right. Now, we know there's some good politicians and there's some bad politicians, even on the Republican side. Now, I don't know if this lady is telling the truth or not, but she said Republicans want to push Social Security Medicare eligibility age to 70. You know how many elderly people get in their 60s and 65, 66 like me, can't work? So you want to make them wait until they get 70 years old. They can't even work. I don't know if that's true. Listen to what she got to say.
Republicans will tell you that they don't want to make cuts to Social Security and Medicare. No, they just want to raise the age of eligibility, which is a cut. And to make it worse, they say they're not doing this because they're terrible people. They're doing it because Americans want them to. Don't believe me? Meet Congressman Rick Allen from Georgia, the senior Republican on the House Subcommittee for Health, Employment, Labor, and Pensions. Recently, someone actually had the chance to ask him how he felt about raising the age.
How do you guys plan on cutting Social Security this Congress?
We're not going to cut Social Security.
You're not? Not at all? What about raising the age of retirement?
You know, that's interesting that you asked that question. People come up to me, they actually want to work longer.
Not sure if you heard that. He actually said people come up to me and they actually say they want to work longer. Here's a bit more.
That's on the table, you're saying?
Well, you know, if people want to work longer, maybe you need to give them an incentive to do it.
People want to work longer. Maybe they just need an incentive to do it. That's what Americans want, an incentive to work into their old age. Meanwhile, Congressman Allen doesn't need to work at all. After all, he's worth $52 million. How's that for an incentive?
He's worth $52 million. And he's sitting his old ass up there saying, elderly people want to work longer. Basically, he's saying because y'all want to feel more independent. You want to go out there and work and make that money. But you know what? When you make a certain amount, Social Security start penalizing you. Why? Why are they penalizing you for money that you made that they took from your paycheck? Why are they penalizing people when they go out there and work and make a certain amount of money? Why? But at age 70, they don't do it. So he said elderly people want to go out and work, even though they got tired bones, bad feet, can barely stand up, can barely do anything. Well, not all elderly people. Some elderly people are in good shape, but a lot of them, y'all, they're not. They don't need to be out there working till they're 70. Who the hell wants to work till they're 70 years old? This man is a lie. Most of them want to work until they're 70, and it gives them an incentive to want to get up. No, it makes them have to go out there and work because, damn it, you raised the age limit. Whew. I could say more, but I won't. It's not enough, y'all. Social Security is not enough. Our government needs to do something about it, and they're not going to do anything about it until we take a stand as elderly people. But what can we do? What can we do? Do the research on these people that you're putting into politics. Put them on a, not a pedestal. Excuse me. Don't put them on a pedestal. Not even Trump. Don't even put him on there, okay? Because he needs to do something about it, too. He needs to do something about it. Listen to this guy right here, what he says.
I think it's 70% of all the people over the age of 50 don't have more than a few $1,000s. And if you look at the Social Security predictions, I mean, the average Social Security check is under $2,000. So exactly, this is not going to work. You have no money saved up. You're getting $1,500 in Social Security. You can't even rent an apartment and pay a car payment or put gas in the car and insurance. Your money's gone. You're starving. Mm-hmm. That concept of old age poverty is actually something that's going to come up way more in the United States. It's already in Europe. Everyone thinks of Europe, especially Germany, is like the social. No, the old people in Germany are suffering massively because they're getting $800-900 in Social Security and they can't live off it.
$800-900. What's the highest? $1,500. I don't know, whatever the highest rate is, according to how many years you put into, working in Social Security. Now, when I say Social Security, y'all, I'm not talking about SSI, people who are on Social Security disability, the ones who never worked. They never worked, put money into Social Security, but they're getting a check. It's called SSI. I could understand because some wives had to stay at home because they had children, and I'm not mad at that. So they're now getting SSI, because they didn't have enough money into Social Security. But y'all, like this man said, this is not enough money to live on. If you don't have a retirement money from a job, you are screwed. You're screwed because Social Security is not going to be enough to pay for your rent now. They keep going up every year. Like I told y'all, my rent went up to $150, and next year it's supposed to go up like $200. They trying to catch up with the market, y'all. That's what they doing, all right? Yes, I know where I live. That's pretty good money. I'll be paying $1,027 for a 2-bedroom apartment. Yes, that's good. That's good. But I just can't understand why somebody will go up $150 on the rent. $150. I'm used to like maybe $30, $50, $60, something like that. Not $150. And the food, y'all, is outrageous. It's just going to get even higher because everything is going up. Because, they taxing the hell out the countries. Not the countries, the businesses. They taxing the hell out of them. And a lot of people don't know economics, that when they tax the hell out of the manufacturing companies that process your foods and goods and stuff like that, the price comes to the consumer. You're going to pay more because they have to pay more. They got to make a profit, y'all. That's what y'all got to understand. They got to make a profit. Everything costs too much. The food costs too much. Everything. Rent, mortgage, like I said, property tax, everything just too damn much. Too much. I think, and y'all tell me if you agree with me, I feel every senior, when you get a certain age, let's say 65, every senior, I'm looking at this bug crawler, I'm going to have to kill him. Every senior should get food stamps. Because Social Security ain't enough. I don't care if you are getting $1,500 or even $2,000. That food is just going up, 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 and up. Okay, what are we supposed to do? Beg our family? Go to food banks? Beg other people for food? Buy the bare minimums? We can't even eat the food we like anymore, but the people sitting up on the system getting all the food, the welfare and the food stamps, the people with all the kids, they catering to the single women, single black women, single white women, single women, no matter what race you are, they cater to you so you can get all the food stamps you want, even though you working. Are you just jealous? No, I'm not jealous. I'm just mad because you're young and having all them kids, and we gotta take care of them. And they won't even take care of the seniors. That's what I'm mad at, okay? Ain't got nothing to do with jealous because you getting food stamps. They just let me know that some of y'all just don't even have a backbone to get up off your ass to do something better for yourself and your kids. That's what that lets me know. Okay. Y'all go down in the comment section and tell me what y'all think. Do you think there should be a revolution for the elderly? Should we be out there protesting for the elderly because our country treats us so bad? Do it. I'm so pissed off about that. Oh, Lord. With all that being said, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And watch the next video coming up. Thank you.